Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel CodeLogic. So today we are going to see how we can use the REST endpoints in our Angular application. So in our previous video, we have developed the endpoints using the Node.js. So if you have not watched that video, I'll request you to watch that video first before moving ahead. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So here I have created a new Angular application. So I have created now a terminal opened here. So here we are going to create some components. So firstly, we are going to create a component using command nggc inside a components folder, and our component name will be the dashboard. Okay, after that we are going to create one service nggc inside shared folder. We are going to create a service called data. Okay, now we are going to create one interface here of type model inside model folder, and name of that interface will be the post. Okay, and we have started our application. So inside src folder, you can see there is a component, and inside model there is a one our interface. Okay, now first we'll go inside our app.module.ts file. Here we are going to import forms module. After that we are going to import the http client module. So for that we are going to add from angular common http angular common slash http, and the name of that module will be http client module, and we are going to write it in our imports. Okay, I close this file. I will go inside post.ts file. Here we'll require some parameters like id, and then title, content, and the username, which is of type strings. Okay, we'll now we'll go inside our data service. Firstly we'll import http client from http client module. Okay, now we are going to create an object of that http client, and we are going to inject it in our constructor. Now we are going to write some apis methods. These are the some methods which will call our apis, which we have created in our previous video. So first one will be the get all posts of type, it is of type observable of post array. Okay, now here return http. So for that, first we'll require some url of type string, and in our previous video we have created an endpoint like localhost colon 3000 slash post. Okay, so this is our url. Now we'll call http method dot get, and inside curly brackets, sorry, angular brackets, we are going to write post array, and we are going to pass that url inside round brackets. This will return the all posts. Okay, and after that we are going to write a method to get post by id. Okay, we are going to pass the id, which is of type string, and observable method is of type observable, and inside the angular bracket we are going to pass post. Now we are going to return, so return the post. So to get the post we are using the http.get method, and inside the angular bracket we are going to pass post, and in our round bracket we are going to pass the url, plus we are going to add the id inside our url. Okay, we'll copy that method, we'll paste it here. So this method will be for deletion of post, delete post by id. Okay, we just change name get to delete. Now we are going to write method to update the post. So update post, post of type post, of observable type post. And now we are going to call put method on http, inside which we are going to pass our URL as a parameter, and also we are going to pass payload, which is post. Okay, post.id. Now we are going to write method post method to create a post, create post, and this method will take parameter as a post object. Remember, post is our model, which is interface. And now we are going to call http dot post. We are going to pass the URL and the post. Okay, so parameter we have passed there. So all the methods are done here. We have created all the methods. Now we'll close these files. I will go inside our dashboard component.ts file. Here, firstly, we'll declare a post object. Okay, and we are going to create an object. Okay, so for interface, this is how we are going to create an object. Okay, now inside constructor, we are going to inject data service. Now we are going to write some methods, get all posts, and before that we are going to create a post array, all posts of type post array. Okay, now we are going to call method on the data service dot get all post dot subscribe. So if it is getting a result, and we'll check for the error also. So if results are coming up, then we are going to assign the results to all posts. Otherwise we are going to print the message in our console.log error. Okay, now we are going to create another method, get post by id. So for that we are going to call the method on the data service class get post by id, and we are going to pass post.id. Okay, and this method also we are going to subscribe and check for the result and the error. So if we are getting the result, then we are going to assign it to the post. Otherwise we are going to write on console error message. Okay, now delete post by id. So here we are going to pass the method inside data service dot delete post by id, and we are going to pass parameter as post.id, and on that method we are going to subscribe it and check for the result and the error. So again same, if we are getting the error, then we are going to print the message, and if you are successfully deleted all the required post, then we are going to assign all post to null, and then we are going to call the get all post method. So it will fetch again all the posts. Okay, now next method, create post. So this method will contain one parameter post of type post, and we are going to call method on data service create post. We'll check for the result and the error. So firstly we assign null value empty string empty array to all post, and then we call the get all post. Okay, if a result is successful, otherwise we are going to write message on the console. So this is the error which is occurring. Okay, now we'll write another method edit post. So this is a necessary, and also another update post. So I'll tell you about this in some time. So before that, we create one title variables like title of type string, and we assign empty string the content and the username. Okay, now on ng-init we are going to assign empty string to the title, username and content. And now we are going to assign empty string to the all post array. Now we'll go inside edit post method. Okay, so here, so we first call the get post by id. So before that we are going to create a post. We are getting a parameter of type post, and then after getting the post by id we are going to assign the values to the newly declared variables like title, content and the username. Okay, so these variables now contain the title of type of post of a particular id, and after that we are going to update the post. So before that we are going to assign that values to post object. So post object we have declared earlier. Now data service dot update class update post, and we are going to pass this post object there, and we are going to subscribe on that method, and we are going to check for the result and the error. After getting a result we are going to call a method get all post again, and if you are getting an error then we are going to write it on a console window. You can see that error in our developers tool inside Chrome or any browser. So update post. So before updating that we are going to check for the title is exactly equal to null, or the content is exactly equal to null, or the username. So if it is null, then we are not going further. We are alerting a message there, these fields cannot be empty, and we are going to return from it. Okay, now inside delete post by id also we are going to check if user really wants to delete that particular post. So for that we are going to ask for confirmation. So inside if we are writing a code like windows.confirm, are you sure you want to delete this post, and we are going to assign the name title of that post. Sorry, we are going to assign id there, and if user confirms it then we are going to delete that post, otherwise we will skip that. Okay, it looks good now. Now we'll go inside our HTML file, dashboard.component.ts file, sorry, HTML file, and before that we are going to add some routes there. Firstly, we'll check for the path. If it is empty, then redirect to the dashboard component, path match full. Okay, now we are going to add a path for the dashboard. We are going to add the component, which is the dashboard component. That's it. We'll close that file. Now we are inside our dashboard component.html file. So you can see it is successfully compiled. Okay, we'll test first, is it coming it or not. So we have write the code there, welcome to dashboard, inside a h1 tag. Now we'll go inside app component.html file, and we remove everything from there except the last line, that is a router outlet. So now we'll go inside our portal. You can see there, welcome to dashboard. Now we'll go inside our get bootstrap. We are going to copy that link for the CSS and we'll add it inside our HTML file. So in this tutorial we are using the bootstrap. So it is used for the CSS purposes, so that's why we are using it, because we don't want to write too much code for the CSS. Okay, now here we are going to search for the navbar. So also it has a default code structure, so yeah, so we'll paste it here, the navbar. We'll comment it and we'll paste the code. Before that we'll going to create a container fluid class. Now we have pasted our navbar section here. We are going to remove the unwanted fields from here, like we don't want this also. Okay, we are going to change the name to blogs. We are going to remove that search window, and we are going to change the button name to create a post. And we have changed the type of that button to button. Okay, you can see it is our output looks like. For the container fluid we have added the paging 0 and margin 0, and for the navbar it is of type dark, so that's why we have added the classes there, like dark and bg dark. Okay, you can see there. Now we are going to create a list, so the all post will be shown here inside this list. So for that we have declared one row, and we are going to declare one column. Okay, now here we search for the cards. We'll pick that first one and we have pasted it here. Now we don't want contents, like we are going to add the footer. Okay, So we have copy pasted here footer, so we change the name of footer, and inside which we are going to create a button. So outline will be its primary, similar. First button will be for the edit, second will be for the delete. Okay, so you can see this is our output. So we'll change it little bit. For the row we are going to add some margin top 5 and the padding 2, sorry 3. Okay, it's good now, but there is no space between two buttons, so yeah, we'll add for that also. We are going to remove the ng-for, we are going to add the ng-for loop here. Let post of all posts, so you can see that all post is our array, and we are going to iterate over that all post. Okay, we are going to change the title of post, post.list, sorry, title. Then we are going to change its username, and then lastly we are going to change the content, post.content. Okay, and on click of the edit button we are going to call a function that is edit post. We'll copy that and we are going to pass the post here. Okay, we are going to add it to the column section, not for the card section. And after that we are going to click on the delete button, then the delete post by id method will be called. We are going to pass the post also there. Now from the postman we are going to send the and check for the URLs, so it is working there. So we have added 2 posts there, so for that we are going to refresh it, but nothing's coming up. So let me check what's going on. Okay, so inside ng it we have not called that method get all posts. Okay, so whenever we refresh the page you can see, so this is our post which is coming up, and suppose we click on the delete button, then it will ask for the confirmation. So now we'll go inside post. Okay, so id, I missed the parameter there. Id starts from underscore in mongodb. Okay, so for that we have adjusted that, and inside the service file also we are going to change the id, post.id. Okay, now whenever you click on the delete it will ask for are you sure you want to delete this, and when you click on the delete button it will gone. So now we will create functionality to create post. So for that we are going to check for the model. We have copied the model data, and we are going to add it here inside our dashboard.html file. So whenever user click on the create button, the model will pop up, and inside which we are going to fill the data like content, username, and the uh, title. And also we are going to check for the edit post method. We are going to write the code for that also. So it is the same, we have just copy pasted it for the both the functionalities, and we are going to change the id. So first one will be the create post model. Okay, so and we are going to copy the data toggle and data attribute, and we are going to add it to our buttons, that is create button. Okay, so whenever user click on that button, this model will be pop up. Now we'll go inside the edit section. We are going to change its ID also to edit model. Okay, now we'll cut the data toggle and the data target attribute, and we are going to add it to our edit button. Whenever user click on that edit button, this model will be popped up. Okay, we'll remove that button here. Now inside a footer, we are going to change the button to update post, and we have added the data dismiss attribute there. And for the create also, we have added change the name to create post. Okay, we have changed the title to create post. Now inside a body, we are going to add form. So for that, we'll search here for the form, and we'll select the floating labels. We'll copy the first one. Okay, and we'll paste it there. Now we'll change its type of input to text. We remove that placeholder thing. Then uh, we are going to add a parameter name, name for that input field, which is the title, and label we have changed to title of post. Similarly, we'll copy that particular section and paste it again for 2 times. So next one will be for the username, and the last one will be for the content. Content of post and the username. Okay, yeah. Now we are going to add a ng model property there, so that it will be bind with our title. So we are going to add it for the content and the username. Okay, similar code will be there for edit post also. And on click of that edit button, update button, we are going to call this method create post for the create button. We don't pass any parameter here, so for that we'll go inside our dashboard component.ts file. We change the post there, inside which we are going to write some values from the username, for the title, and for the content. So it is added there. Now we are going to pass that post to that function. After getting a result, we are going to call the ng-init method. Okay, this will be more helpful in update post also. After updating it, we are going to call the ng-init method. Okay, now we'll go inside our dashboard component.ts file. Inside edit model, we are going to change whenever user click on the update button, we are going to call the update method, update post. Okay, we have completed the thing. Now we are going to create a new post here. First we'll select the add the title there. Anything, you can add anything. Okay, now we are going to write some content there. And username. So whenever you click on submit button, it will be popped up. So now you create on the edit button. I am updating it. Whenever you click on the update post, okay, values is not coming up. So for that error, let's go to our update post. So yeah, I have selected not equal to null. We have to select exactly equal to null. Okay, so it is thing is fixed now. We are trying to update it. You click on the update, it will be updated. Okay, the id is still missing there. For that id, we have added id attribute inside our dashboard component.file, which is of type string. And after that, we'll go inside our edit post. We are going to assign value for that id, post.id. Okay, now inside update post, we are going to assign the value post.id exactly equal to underscore id. Okay, now let's see, is it working? Okay, updated. So yeah, it is working now. So content has updated successfully. Now when you click on the delete, it will be deleted. So that's it for the video, guys. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe, and if you are facing any difficulties, then feel free to comment it below. See you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.